Ladies, I'm here tonight on the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight we're gonna talk about the Chargers, man. Freaking what a pendejo move tonight, man. Brandon Staley, man, freaking making pendejo move after pendejo move, man. Started off last week, man. Freaking not playing the freaking playing the starters and getting the best wide receiver Mike Williams hurt in that freaking Broncos game, man. Losing him for possibly the rest of the season with a broken bone in his back. And now tonight, Jesus Christ, 30, no, excuse me, 27-0 at one point just to lose the freaking game. 1 to 30 at the end with a field goal, man. I believe at one point what they went into halftime, what, 27-7. So they got outscored. They went from beating them 27-7 at halftime to losing the second half. Freaking what? Like freaking 24-3. Just flat out embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell happened? I believe they freaking the freaking Jaguars had 5 turnovers in this game, and they still won it. How the hell? Trevor Lawrence had 4 interceptions. 3 of them, I believe, were in the first quarter, and then freaking, I think 3 out of the 4 by Asante Samuel, and then they had a muff punt. So altogether, man, they had freaking 5 turnovers and they still win the football game. Like, I beg you pardon. Like, what the hell, man? The Chargers, man, they just getting cash in, man. Like, there was a few times where like you got to get touchdowns, man. On one of the interceptions in the first quarter, I believe the score was like 7-0. The second turnover, I believe, and they get a field goal. And then in the what's it, second, third quarter, I forget, they get the muff punt and they get another field goal. That possibly is freaking, I mean, that's 2 touchdowns right there, man. Those are 2 touchdowns. They couldn't capitalize, man. And then they even the field goal missed by the kicker. I'm not going to put too much on the kicker, man, because this was in the offense, man. They just couldn't cash in, man. There was a play, I want to say, I think it was the muff punt. And Herbert had it, one of his receivers completely wide open. He just overthrew him. Like, what the hell, Herbert? You got to make those plays. If you want to put yourself in that category with guys like Josh Barrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, you got to make those type of throws, man. I just don't know what the hell happened, man. 27-0. You force 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble, and you freaking lose this game, man. I believe Austin Eckler's, man, fantastic game. 2 touchdowns, but only 35 yards. Only they barely gave him the ball in the second half. Jesus Christ, man. Like freaking Travis Etienne had 20 carries, 109 yards, and the Chargers as a team only had 23 carries. Like, and 3 of the carries were just Justin Herbert running around. So it's like, oh my goodness, man. How can you be up fucking 27-7 at halftime and not run the fucking football, man? They threw the ball 43 times. Oh, man, this was just terrible, man. Just flat out terrible. Nick Bosa, I believe, I didn't see this well. I think I was talking to my father about the game, but I think Nick Bosa did a freaking stupid penalty, which I think put in Jacksonville in a position to kick an extra the 2-point conversion, which then what that means, they made it 30-28 instead of 30-27, which means with a field goal, you win the game 31-30 instead of tying it and going to overtime 30-30. This was just bad, man. Nick Bosa, fucking, they threw his helmet, and then I think the coach gave it to him, and he threw it up, and he threw it again, throwing a tantrum with the referee. Just flat out terrible, man. I just cannot understand. You force 5 turnovers, 3 in the first quarter, and you still can't get it done. This is embarrassing by the fucking Chargers, man. Coming off last week already, everybody calling Brandon Staley a pendejo for playing his starters and getting his best wide receiver hurt. And now you lose a freaking 27-point lead. Pendejo face for Brandon Staley, man. He reminds me of like Jason Garrett. Like, he's smart, but it does not go with football for some reason. Like, I think he is smart, but he's just pendejo more for football, right? Like, just like Jason Garrett, right? I think he went to like Princeton, but for some reason it just doesn't go with football. In the football, if you're a pendejo, I don't know why these guys didn't get hired to be coach. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I don't understand some of the, even Sean McVay thought he was smart. He hired him to be a defensive coordinator with the Rams, but this guy looks like a pendejo, man. Same thing as Jason Garrett. Everybody thought Jason Garrett was a really smart coach, and he turned out to be a pendejo. Same thing with Brendan Staley. I don't know, man. Maybe the nerd community is overrated. I don't know. But I just can't believe 5 turnovers and you still can't get the job done. 27. Like, what much do you want, man? Asante Samuel's 3 interceptions. I feel sorry for him, man. I really do. Let's go over some stats. Justin Herbert, 25 for 43, 1 touchdown. That's only 1 touchdown for Herbert. Like, what the hell, man? But Austin Eckler did have 2. Garl Evers, 6 catches, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Keenan Allen, 6 catches, 61 yards. Trevor Lawrence, 28 for 47, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jesus Christ, man. Trevor Etienne's 20 carries, 109 yards. Evan Ingram, 7 catches, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Christian Kirk, 8 catches, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Zane Jones, 8 catches, 1 touchdown. Marvin, they spread it all out. That's another thing, too. I think, you got to give credit to Doug Peterson, man, the way he calmed them down at halftime. Because I think they were really stressing that first half. Doug Peterson obviously having a lot of experience, playing in a Super Bowl or coaching a Super Bowl, and obviously coached a bunch of playoff games. He had experience, man, and he did a great job of calming them down in the second half, man. And Trevor Etienne, man, he did a hell of a job to rushing with 109 yards. And like I said, they had freaking 3 receivers. With fucking over 7 catches. Even Ingram, 7 catches, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Christian Kirk, 8 catches, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. St. Jones, 8 catches, 74 yards. They did it. And then Marvin Jones, all 4 touchdowns were to different wide receivers. Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Zane Jones, Marvin Jones. They spread he did a much better job, Trevor Lawrence is spreading the ball around. Where freaking Herbert, man, he only threw 1 touchdown, and it was to get Gerald. He should have had at least 2 touchdowns, man. He overthrew that other touchdown, man. Pendejo face, man. I don't know about Herbert, man. I don't know about him, man. He completely got outplayed in that second half by Trevor Lawrence, man. I'm not sure where Herbert is. I'm not sure where Trevor Lawrence are. I'm not sure where to put these 2 guys. I'm not sure where they are. I think maybe they're around maybe like where Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts are. Maybe an aging Tom Brady, an aging Aaron Rodgers, somewhere around there. Maybe Matthew Stafford. I'm not sure. I don't know. They're no way as good, at least right now, as good as like a Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. They're not there, but I think they're the second tier. I'm not sure where they're out there. There's a lot of games where you prefer to have a guy like Jalen Hurts, a guy like Lamar Jackson instead, and maybe an aging Tom Brady or an aging Aaron Rodgers instead. I'm not sure how good Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence are. They're good. They're definitely not top 3 like Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen, but they're down there somewhere in that second tier with Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, an aging Tom Brady, and aging Aaron Rodgers, maybe a Matthew Stafford. They're somewhere in that second tier. They have a chance to both make into that top tier. But yeah, not quite yet. I got to see more. But man, Jesus Christ, Herbert, man. How can you overthrow that fucking ball and pendejo face, man? And then, Jesus Christ, man. Run the fucking palm. Man, they got to get Brendan Staley out of there, man. Honestly, man. They got to bring in a smart coach, like legit smart coach. I don't know, like Sean Payton. Anyways, have a good night, everybody.